Today's word is talent on Minute with Maxwell. Several years ago, I wrote a book called Talent is Never Enough, and it was kind of a popular book. Basically, it was a book about the fact that no matter how talented you were, it's never enough for you to be a success unless you make the right choices. So it was really a book on make the right choices that complements the talent you have. I've often thought about doing a sequel to the book Talent is Never Enough, and if I did a sequel, I'd call it, Talent is Never Enough, but it would be good to have some. Because I watch some people, and they say, wow, talent and everything, but it sure is something. It's going to help you get somewhere. And I want to talk to you about talent and the fact of two things. One is the fact that no matter how talented you are, the choices you make is going to determine the maximizing of that talent or the minimizing of that talent. In other words, you got the talent. How do you expand it or how do you decrease it? It's basically choices. That part I think you've got. The other part about talent, though, that I want to talk to you about briefly on Minute with Maxwell today is the stewardship of that talent. When you and I have a wonderful gift and again an opportunity, we're responsible to maximize that. So the good news is if you have a good talent, you have a good strength, you have a good gift, it's a wonderful thing to have. The bad news is, I guess it could be called bad news, is now you're accountable for that. You're responsible for that. And so therefore, I always admire the person who understands that the talent is a gift, but once they opened it and unwrap that gift, it's now in their hands to maximize it. And so I would encourage you today to not sit on your talent, but to take your talent and maximize it by the choices you make and by the stewardship of responsibility that you have. Those two things together will help you truly take that strength and maximize it to its greatest potential.